Welcome back to Wake Up America. I'm Rob Finnerty. In Washington, a group of senators is demanding answers after an investigation found a stream of over $400 million in hidden royalty payments to over 1,800 government scientists at the NIH, the National Institutes of Health, over the last several years. Joining us now, the man who launched that investigation, CEO and founder of OpenTheBooks.com, Adam Andrzejewski, back with us. Good to see you, Adam. This is shocking stuff. Senators Rand Paul, Josh Hawley, Ron Johnson, Jim Lankford, and Rick Scott all sending a letter directly to the NIH, giving them until this Friday to respond. How does this play out?
So kudos to these 5 senators. They've picked up the direct mission of OpenTheBooks.com to open the books on up to $400 million worth of third-party royalty payments from outside entities, think Big Pharma, back into the National Institutes of Health, the agency, and up to 1,800 of its scientists, including its leaders, like Dr. Fauci, former director of NIH, Francis Collins. And Rob, every single one of these payments could be a potential conflict of interest.
Like Big Pharma, like maybe some of these companies that make vaccines and things like that?
All of it.
Why would they do something like that?
Well, all these third-party royalty payments, they're legal. But as you've identified, Rob, they're acting like it's a state secret, and they're not. Back in 2005, the Associated Press, they got the full database. Nothing was redacted. Right. Here's what's being redacted today. Number one, the name of the payer. Think pharmaceutical company. They've redacted it, they've erased it, they've blacked it out. The individual payment to the 1,800 scientists. I know Fauci's in the data, but I don't know how much money he's receiving or from who. And furthermore, they blacked out the invention, the patent number and the license number. So we don't even know what these scientists co-invented.
Right. What about dead scientists? I've heard that several dead scientists are still getting compensated or have been compensated long after they passed away. How does that happen?
So, Rob, here's what we saw in the data. So right now, we've got half of it in. NIH says that they have 3,000 pages over the last decade of line-by-line royalty payments. They've actually produced only 1,500 pages. So we're making some estimates. But here's what we've seen in the data. Number one, a scientist, one of the top 20 royalty receivers, died in 2006. Another one died in 2010. And they continue to receive royalty payments from the NIH. So you can be retired and still receive your royalty payments. You can leave the agency and still receive your royalty payments. And now we know, Rob, you can die and those royalty payments continue to flow.
I mean, it's a great deal. After you requested the initial reports here via the Freedom of Information Act, the NIH, they wouldn't release them to you, so you ended up suing. What happened?
So 9 months ago, we filed a Freedom of Information Act request, and this database is so sensitive to the NIH, they didn't even acknowledge our request. So with Judicial Watch, we sued them back in October. This is judicially mandated production, and they're, like I said, it's heavily redacted, and they're slow walking it. Right. So we've called on NIH to open the books, to come clean with the American people and show us the flow of funds.
Who's gotten the most money? Do we have any idea?
Well, this is why we need to see the flow of funds. The number one receiver so far in the data from 2010 through 2016 is a scientist that left the agency back in 1995. And it was underneath a cloud. President Reagan had to intervene at the highest levels with the president of France because there was a scandal on who invented or who found the virus that caused AIDS. And this scientist claimed that he wrote a paper and so it was a dispute. He left the agency underneath that cloud, and he founded 3 organizations. 2 of them have received over $600 million since 2009 from NIH and the Defense Department in federal grants. He also founded a nonprofit called the Global Virus Network. Right. Here's just 3 of its members: NIH themselves, the FDA, and the Wuhan
Institute of Virology?
Virology Institute in China.
Wow, where many speculate the virus came from. All right, Adam, stay on it for us. Keep us posted.
Thank you, Rob.
We appreciate it. Adam Andrzejewski from OpenTheBooks.com. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.